Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Oh, look, the chat's been going nuts while we were not here. Oh, the chat's been chatting. Love it when the chat chats.
Chitty chat.
While we were playing, I found a character portrait and adapted it to be my character.
Oh, nice.
And this is Quinn.
Hey, Quinn.
Hi,
How
Quinn.
you going?
Very nice. Very nice.
Half elf Quinn, and he has the scarring on his left cheek and around his black eye. Makes him look extra goth and sort of emotional. And
Do you know
that's Quinn.
Right where you are now, Bandit, you know how people take photos of people and then they put their arm around it, but it's really fake? They're like,
that's right.
me and my friend,
Well,
like Quinn.
Just doesn't quite look right.
It's just the perspective is just off, and you're like, okay.
Yes, look at the size of his head compared to yours. It's almost, that's a bit better.
No, stop being a narcissist.
Oh,
Ben.
can I just say,
Stop being a narcissist, Ben.
clip that.
I'm trying to unpack this.
Clip that.
Clip that, and then we
It
need
was
to
just the fact
put that
the fact
into
that you looked like you were
yeah.
kissing your portrait.
Yeah.
I
have a portrait next to me too.
Aww.
Hey! Kiss the capybara.
He's so cute. We need some corporate action.
Vanderhoff states the truth. Thanks, Vanderhoff.
We've got
I like that we
quality
have
role playing.
I like that we have Funky Fungus TV watching, and John has a little mushroom man homunculus companion.
Does.
Brilliant.
All right. Well, we are playing Eberron. This is a new adventure. This is where our second session of it. So if you are watching on YouTube, welcome. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you're enjoying what you're seeing, comment down below and tell us what you think of the adventure. This idea has been percolating in me for a couple of months, and finally I got it out, and I think it was like one of John's potions. In fact, I think it was actually John who said, "Man, that sounds like a great idea. You should run an adventure on it." And so that's what kind of spurred me to do this.
Regretting it ever since.
I know.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm
This
really
is all
enjoying
your
it.
fault, dude. All right, so we are back into it. The ship unloads ungracefully all of its cargo by literally chucking it off the side. All that's left are some gas-powered grappling guns and some cannons along the side of it, and a number of people scurrying back and forth. There's not much for you to do but just sort of stand there and watch, unless you'd like to kind of get in on the action.
Listen and observe.
We have the egg as the motivator. He's an egg timer, so he's really good at just consistently telling people what to do.
Yeah, you wait till I go off, then it'll be.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I sit down next to is Alexander?
Yes.
Lyander? Whatever his name is.
Have I taken
We've
his
been using
handcuffs
both
off?
names interchangeably.
Should I take his handcuffs off at some point?
Oh yes, you'll need to do that.
Yeah.
Do I have any idea how to do that?
Yeah. They seem to just kind of you sort of go, I wonder how these, and they click open and.
Open.
They read your mind.
I pocket those. They look great. They look very useful.
All right. Yep. Write them down.
Excellent.
So I reach into my pocket and I pull out a raisin bun that I baked earlier in my alter ego as a baker and hand it over to him and say, "Would you like some breakfast?"
Oh,
Did you
God.
get inspiration from Vanderhoff for that? Fantastic.
I did. Thank you, Vanderhoff.
Quick question: does your voice change, Johnny, every time you change character? Like change perspective? Like is it like a full is it a full character change?
We haven't met any others yet, have we? We've only met Luz.
Yeah, but for interest's sake, yes, it's a full character change. I change race, I change gender, my voice changes. My clothing doesn't change, except that I have a shift weave, which is a magical item, which is clothing that changes instantly.
Yeah.
So I've got outfits for each character that way. Changelings don't normally can't change their clothes.
That's so cool, but you do.
Very beautiful.
But I do.
Yeah.
So this may be a personal question, but are you attracted to yourself? You know.
You calling him some kind of narcissist?
Wow.
Me, that's my job.
I think Ben might be playing a changeling in his next character choice. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Look, it's when you love yourself. That's the most important thing.
No. It's just know thyself. No, love thyself. Just know thyself.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
The people have sort of stopped throwing things off the side, and the captain barks, "All right, time to earn your keep. Make us
The general?
Make us way." Sorry,
The general?
The general.
There's
Yeah.
nobody else who talks like that.
No.
Can I just say, I'd love it if there was another one. It's like his brother.
thought
They have
the
the same
captain might
voice.
be a-
Like,
And he's the captain.
So, Lyranda, still munching on his raisin cake.
Oh, he gets 2 temporary hit points for that raisin
Oh,
cake.
no.
I want some bloody raisins.
can I say, what is with we're using spells on like? I love this.
He
Wait till
slips.
you're in combat.
There's a little lilt in his step as he jogs over to the wheel, and there's a kind of a thing next to him, and he pushes it forward like a lever with a brass thing on it, and it clips and pushes it forward, and the electricity around the lightning's edge kind of and starts to pull away, and the guy lines that's attaching it to the docks kind of are thrown away, and we start to move out into. I'm sure there's a siren sound for this.
Performs
Yeah.
a perfect 3-point turn, like just shink, shink, shink straight out of the harbor, like just like.
I think there is an airship.
That's right.
Considering it's the Thunder Sea, just a thunderstorm will do it.
Yes.
So the electricity
Storm would be
sparks
good.
the guinea pigs to run faster? Is that how the machine works?
Only
I'm.
in
Someone
a
made some.
Terry Pratchett universe.
Well, here's the vehicle traffic.
Vehicle traffic.
Can I just say? And then we hit the air highway, which has been logged up, and we've got like an 8-hour moving like bumper to bumper
Here we
just through
go.
the air.
There's an airship sound set. Just search for airship, Derek.
Airship.
It's got elemental sounds. It has thunderclaps. There's a furnace-y thing.
That's
You
a-
could- you
But
could-
does it have guinea
you could-
pigs?
You can
That's
copy
true.
that and then add electricity and things and do it.
Yeah. My
Airship.
Sirenscape foo is kind of failing me. Here we go.
I'll point you at some tutorials.
Here we go.
Yeah,
it's
there
just-
it is.
Here we
Wish the creator was here who could just,
Yeah.
talk us through it.
It's nice
Nice
not to have to be running it for a change. It's lovely.
All right. Here's the lightning strikes. Should we?
Free.
Cool. You head out and you start weaving your way through the spires in Sharn as you head out of the city and start moving in a generally north direction. And Lyranda turns to the captain, who's kind of hovering over his shoulder, and Lyranda says, "All right, where's my navigator?"
I can navigate for you. I have talents in that area.
Oh, you're not the Where's my navigator? It's oh god.
This is where we cut back
Right.
to the guy who is falling off the side of the bridge and looking at the watch, just
no,
going
no.
like, "They're gonna miss me."
I think it was the shapeshifter who's jumped out the window.
I was trained as a navigator. I have worked as a navigator. It is
All
my
right.
calling.
You'll do in a pinch then. Come over here. He leads you over to a section that has a map. Nathan, if we could have the second map.
Certainly can.
And this
Just
is
give
your
me 1 second.
moment. We could get the hell out of here now.
Yeah, take us somewhere
Take us
different.
anywhere else but where this is going.
I love it. I love it. Wait, yes, I gotta carefully note where he wants to go.
And we go the opposite way.
All right, so this is.
No, map 2, the other one.
You know what? I had a 50-50 chance, and I guessed one, and I guessed the wrong one because you know me, I roll average. So here we go.
All right, zoom out a bit.
Yeah, cool. Where are we going?
So the general says, "All right, the beast has been sighted crossing the road here," and he points to the X at the north.
Okay, I can see that.
And then we are able to pick up is another sighting there at the second X. So we need to form an intercept course between those two. If you could zoom out just a little bit, lad. A bit too
sorry,
ambitious
hang
there
on.
on the zooming. A little less. There we go. It's not the closer.
A little bit more? Like there?
Does
that's-
anyone here understand when he's saying beast? I'm going to whisper to the other
Yes,
crew
chat
who are
was
around.
that. What
Does
do you
anyone
mean,
know-
beast, General Captain?
It's you'll see soon enough, lad. It's
I hate it when people say that.
it's something that's worked out of the Mornland.
Listen and
If you could
understand.
if you could bring up that third map there, lad.
Oh, yep, yes, sir. I'm now just scrubbing.
And by that I
through.
mean, pick up the map and put it on the table.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, not down here.
Okay, Google.
Yes, with your
Put
with
that
your
on the
hands.
table.
Just take it with your hand and put it on the table.
So he
that
gets
it?
you to look at it, Ben, and create that line in between.
Create
So-
that line.
This
Does he
line
need to
here.
make a roll?
No, he doesn't. So he says, obviously, it has worked out of the Mornland, crossed the highway here, he points to the first X, and walked through something called Baron's Arch. And if you follow its trajectory, Baron's Keep, sorry. If you follow its trajectory, it's working directly. Nope, other way.
Oh, so what are you talking about?
Towards Sharn. Towards us. Yes. Danger, I sense. A large beast, you say?
I thought we didn't like the city.
It stands approximately 180 meters tall.
180 meters tall?
It's rumored to have a city on its back.
That's nearly 3 times as many units as if it would have been feet.
No,
Good point.
no, yes.
Strong,
Does anyone want
strong
any-
point. Strong point.
It's approximately
want any,
105 foot
any-
squares tall. It's amazing.
Anyone want any activated pickled eggs?
I
Oh, yes.
immediately say yes.
I'm going to hand around a jar of activated
Sure.
Do we
pickled
want to
eggs.
head towards this beast, or do we want to go perpendicular to it? I mean, you know, when one of those large structures is falling towards you, it's normally best to like run perpendicular, not to sort of run away from it like they're doing.
And this
Well,
is, and you know what?
if
This
we're
is
being
why Ben's still
cinematic,
alive.
we have to run in a straight line
Yeah.
away from it.
Yeah, but and then at last minute dive. That's how you get the hero. Heroes don't
That's
are
right,
the one
yeah,
that
yeah,
get. If you get out of it early and you're like organized, you're not a hero. Heroes are the ones
Yeah,
who get
yeah,
out at the last minute. That's how they get the start.
So heading towards it and veering off it. Okay, I plan to head towards it like I intend to, but maybe
Yeah.
subtly veer off to the left, sort of progressively, so we can head off to Breeland, because that sounds like somewhere nicer than Sharn.
Well, it's quite a distance away
General-
from you. So it's-
General, sorry to interrupt.
I
Just wondering, do you have some kind of ginormous fire spell that could kill such a creature?
yes, we're
My
equipped
voice
with
getting higher and higher.
we are equipped with many mages, and very keen to destroy this creature. If it reaches Shan, it will cost the lives of minions. It travels. It does not stop. It does not deviate from its course. It does not slow or speed up. It travels at around 30 kilometers an hour. Now
What's
the
that
top
in miles?
Yeah, come.
All this metric
Sorry,
is freaking me
I'm
out.
not a metric system person.
I've played D&D for many decades, and all this metric is just like exploding my brain.
The amount of maths that I did to find out how fast this thing can walk and how I actually measured my own steps because I'm 180 centimeters tall. So
Oh, it looks like you. It's
I
a
appreciate
giant
it.
Derek.
Can I just say,
I
why do we
know
not?
how
times the size.
worked out.
one at a time. Go, Johnny.
I was saying that it's a Derek 100 times.
It
Yes.
is.
Size
Yes,
of the-
Nathan.
Dear God, we need to slay this creature.
I just want to see that montage of you like trying to work it out and thinking, what would a giant Derek's footstep take?
That's right.
Be like,
That's right.
would a giant Derek step with confidence, or would he walk slowly? What is the average
inexorably
velocity of a
forward.
giant derrick?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm going to point in the direction the ship has to go.
That's the navigator. Good work.
Perfect.
I am going to say sagely, let your
The
plans be...
the general continues. The top speed of the Edge is 32 kilometers per hour, which we can achieve for a few minutes at this ballast. And as a result, we will have one chance to board the creature.
So if you're saying if a train leaves Sharn at 32.5 kilometers an hour and a thing leaves, when
I've
will
got
they
one
meet?
more sentence to go in the box
Okay.
text. So,
Okay,
we
good.
encounter the creature in the early morning. I suggest you get some sleep.
But hang on a second. Hang on. You just said board the creature, but aren't we going to blow it up?
Absolutely. But
But
there's some powerful magic powering this
What
thing.
are we talking about landing on the creature when we should be just blowing it up with bombs
I put a reassuring
made of
hand.
explosive barrels of liquor?
I put a comforting hand on Protic's shoulder and
Ow.
say, yes, quite a heavy hand, but it's glowing blue. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable like night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt.
Good idea.
And I nod.
Let's kill them all and get this airship out of here.
I love that you say everything with
Okay.
the confidence that it's actually meaning something. Like, it's like they understand that this is wisdom, right? And we're just like, I don't know.
Do I need
Share-
to work through the
Share
night
the
to
load of the
navigate?
unfortunate.
No, once you've set them on the path, you can go and mingle or do anything you like.
I have one
Okay.
question.
Yes.
Does this, if I remember back to the prelude of when we had this feeling before, terrible dream, woke up, I'm very disassociated with time, so I remember the prelude. Does this look like a similar ship? If I was hypothetically remembering
Yeah.
something
Oh god,
that
yes,
happened in the
same
future?
thing. Same
Wasn't
place.
it in Sharn? Destroying things? Is that where we were? Were we in the city?
Nope.
No.
You looked over the side and you saw fields.
Or it was a
Excellent. Okay, good. So it's not our doom and our inevitable destiny to fight this thing in the city of Sharn. Awesome.
No, but
You're
there's
remembering
direct-
forwards really bad, Ben.
I don't know if you can see this, but the rail, see the hook has hooked us all the way from the hilt and is pulling us along this one line through two X's towards our target. So I don't feel
I can't-
confident we can step away from this one. This is
I don't
like
think, I mean, it's not even like a railroad with two
No.
tracks. It's a single
No.
track. It's like
it's a monorail.
The
Monorail straight to
We're
doom.
being monorailed by the DM.
We got monorail. He didn't have the dignity to actually give us
We
two
even-
rails.
we
He just one railed us.
no, it's brilliant because we even thought we were trying to get out of the monorail and we actually got
know.
into the
Yeah,
monorail.
no,
You got on. You
That's
had.
how fate works.
Yeah.
We,
so
we
what about-
monorailed ourselves.
I ask you what you're doing at the docks, and you say, "Oh, I want to be here. This is exactly where I want to be." I'm like, okay, well, that's good then. I want to try and get passage off this horrible place. So yeah.
What about
I like that,
curvature
yeah.
of the Earth? What about curvature of the Earth? I mean, an aeroplane needs to keep turning left or something, doesn't it, as it's flying? Do I need
It's
to come and
obviously
give some more
flat,
pointers?
Ben.
Quick question.
This is D&D.
I have a question. Did you take curvature of the Earth into account when you thought about giant
that's
derrick
right.
and his
That's
velocity
right.
moving forward?
That's the pilot's responsibility, not
That's
the
very true.
navigator's
That's very
responsibility.
true.
All right.
You've plotted the
Okay,
course.
good.
They
Good.
have to
I go to
execute.
sleep.
Yeah,
You're having a sleep.
I take
Or
a
we
long
could just
rest.
kill everyone on board.
Taking
they
a
have
long
big-
rest, Murray.
I don't think. Yes, I am. I'm resting.
I
I'm
tell
seriously considering sabotaging all the hamsters.
You're going to hamster hunt.
Maybe.
you're going to hamper the hamsters.
Maybe.
Are you heading below deck? Are you, John?
Well, have we been given facilities and comfortable? I mean, I sleep in the navigator's quarters, which will be excellent and close to hand to the captain in case he needs me.
Can I?
Yes, true.
I'm looking forward to when we wake up and we're like nearly the whole way there because someone got to the bloody hamsters and gave them food. Oh, it's just a special concoction. Look at it. They just went faster. So inspired.
That's a good idea.
I long rest where I stand, so the only way you can tell is because I'm not speaking.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
You just go into low power mode. Do you have a little light
That's
that's good?
very,
Yep.
very.
You remind me of like an Apple product.
Something like
Like you haven't got any buttons on you, but just
No, I
enough
have
that
to-
I can and
No,
it doesn't
I
quite
have
work.
I have no glitches.
Yeah, I'm
I
going
just-
to rest, Derek.
I just work.
I think there is a town at stake, so
Yes.
I'm going to
Okay.
rest.
Okay, we rest.
I full
Yeah,
rest.
Ben, don't forget to prepare appropriate spells.
Yes.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
So you need a spell to kill a giant
Forget to
Derek.
Prepare appropriate spells.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So you
I'm
need
doing
something
that
to
right
kill
now.
a creature that is 135 foot squares
third level.
high.
Are you saying that minor illusion isn't going to cut it?
No, maybe maybe two.
Invisibility is probably not going to be brilliant.
Yep.
Tasha's
I'm going to
hideous
prepare
laughter
jump.
is not
Can I
going to be
just-
great.
Can I just say a giant,
Jump.
like
You
130
need jump.
foot for like tall city walking thingo that's invisible would be amazing.
Did it look wooden, like it could be flammable in my prescient vision? Sorry, did we have a vision or not? No. Yes? No?
No, I
That was a
put
plot
us
twist.
forward in time, and then
Okay.
Derek
Rewound
used a
time.
fabulous
Okay, I
epic poetry device of in meet
Yes,
your res,
absolutely,
Benjamin. Come on, dude.
Not
Yeah, but-
respecting
yes,
the
that's right.
GM's choices, Benjamin.
I say to someone, is this thing made of wood? Does it have known vulnerabilities? How might we best bring it to the ground?
what does he say?
It would be good to know.
So hang on, Derek. This thing is moving faster than an airship can fly, so we have one chance to land on it, and
It's
you
a-
can't come back again. Yeah.
It's a little bit. It can go a little bit faster than it at its top speed for a matter of 10 or 15 minutes.
That's when the hamsters really fear for their lives.
Yeah. So how did anyone find out about it?
There's magical messaging
Communication.
that has
Messaging.
reached.
Okay, cool.
I think when Ben asks his question, I might say to him, the opportunity to secure ourselves against defeat lies in our own hands, but the opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself.
Absolutely. By being made
herself.
of wood?
Ben would
Listen
like to know.
and observe.
So
Act
the,
from knowledge.
the
Or is it something that
Who are
might
you
be
talking to, Ben?
the guy with the Scottish accent.
the
The
general
captain, the general.
The general. Generally the captain.
is
Generally, the captain.
look, reports are sketchy, but as far as we know, there appears to be like a city on its back. We've heard the reports of we don't know if it's part of its structure or if it's bolted on, but there appears to be some kind of tower on its shoulder and different windows and doors that can be seen on its body itself. In addition,
Yes, sorry, keep going.
in addition,
Sorry, what?
The-
Addition.
someone did say that they could hear people screaming from the inside.
So is the plan to land on it and then find some weakness close up? Not actually assail the physical structure of the creature itself.
No, we will attempt to blast it with our guns and with our mages, and then get it to stop or change course, and then we will assail it.
Can I just say, I love it that when somebody sees a large, basically walking city the size of like covering up most of the sun, they're like, you know what that is mainly made of wood. I'm going to note that one down. I love
So
it.
Is it shaped like a humanoid?
Giant Derek.
It appears to be.
But a
It's only
grotesque one, right?
It's only
Like something
180 feet
something with a
tall.
beard and-
Meters
One at a
tall.
time,
Like-
please, guys. Ben?
It's only 180 meters tall, so its shoulder breadth must be 30 or 40 meters.
Perhaps. I don't
So
know.
is it a tiny scale city on it, or is it?
Can I be honest? That's what I wanted to ask. Is there any recognizable features? Is it actually a city
Yeah.
we know of? Like, is
It
there
has-
like
it
a
has a-
tower or points or anything on there that is an actual city that we know?
Did you have something you wanted to mention, John?
Nope.
Okay. He says we won't know until we until we get closer.
Do not fight an absent foe.
Who is this guy?
Okay, good. That's given me some information, which I shall use to prepare my spells before I go to bed.
Can I
I
say?
mean, if I can use meta player knowledge, then the way to defeat a Titan, Derek, is to simply ring Sharn with a line of KFC restaurants, and he won't come anywhere close.
Then I just deviate and walk somewhere else.
Win.
Can we?
Okay, we're done with this one. Next challenge. Adventure done.
Can we fly around his legs with a tow cable?
Oh, can I just say? Right, I'm with you on that one. But
Okay, let's keep that plan up our sleeves.
yeah. Seeing it in the sequel.
All right, resting.
Yeah, we rest.
Rest.
Yeah.
There is a lot of chatter. There's a lot of people who want to talk about what's going on, and there's two people, two crewmen. One of them, sort of wearing a sort of a nice outfit, talking to someone who's obviously a bit more of a sailor, and they're arguing about the origins of this thing, and one of them is saying, well, this is what happens when you delve too far into magic, and this thing has come striding out of the Mournland, and it's penance for the war. And another person says, nothing like this has ever been created we've never seen anything like this. This is not made by any mortal creature here. And they start to kind of shove each other. It gets quite heated, and
I open the door of my navigator's cabinet and I say, "Can you shut up? We're trying a long rest here."
Yeah, it's true. As a person who has spells, they will not interfere with my sleep.
I'll calm everyone down with some soothing fermented drinks
that's a great idea. All right.
to make them feel a lot better about life.
And I'll put a hand on each shoulder as they're fed their drinks, and calm them with the wisdom that hence to fight and conquer in all your battles is not supreme excellence. Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting.
Can I ask a
And
question?
I look from one to the other.
How do you fight something that is constructed from the souls of the dead? I mean, that's all that exists in the Mournland.
Yeah, answer that one.
Try these edible fermented preserved lemons.
Thank you.
They are delicious. They're sugared.
They're tart.
And yes, and
I like a little tart.
soothing.
Are they
You're a
are they calmed and soothed?
Soothing.
Are they calmed and soothed? Because I'm going to completely take that it was me, not the drink.
Yes.
You absolutely lower the temperature of the argument,
Everyone's
and everybody starts to drift off into sleep. And
Can I ask,
Huzzah.
Yes.
Murray, does
Preserved lemons.
your character sleep talk? Like just random bits of wisdom, but you sleep talk it out, so people feel like they take deeper insight into it, but you're just random, full random wisdom
No,
just
I
come out.
think, I think he wakes up with a start, and basically will just launch out some either military dictum or it'll be some wisdom, but because some of them are not really applicable in circumstances. Seek marriage is one of the maxims. You're like, seek marriage. Whoa.
That's a
dream is
wow! I didn't know it was a horror story, Murray. Run!
Oh,
Serenity now.
Sure,
Exactly. So some of them, leaf on the wind. So yeah, there's several that I will.
I just
yell
love
out
it.
when I
I
wake
just
up.
want you to aggressively say sometimes.
Yeah.
battle, yes,
Seek
battle.
marriage.
Seek marriage.
Seek marriage.
Yeah, just imagine the inappropriate last words, because there's some really good ones which are fabulous for last words.
Are you've prepared them, ready to go? Are you?
Oh, absolutely. Be without,
fantastic.
meet your end without grief is the fabulous,
Wow.
coup de grace comment. But, stabbing someone with fear, deceit, die.
Oh,
I think
Or
sneak
even better,
marriage is the first one for everything.
Shun murder. Shun murder as you kill someone.
stab. That's right. They thrust my
Stab.
arm sword
Seek
into you.
marriage.
Yes, my arm blade.
Seek
My arm blade.
marriage.
Yes.
All right. Have you chosen your spells?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get some peace, which I eventually get by the sounds of it. Thank
You
very much.
do eventually get it, and you
You're a
sleep
gentle
through-
sleeper.
sleep through the night. What do you do about sleeping, Nathan? Because you got some weird.
No, I phase. So I don't sleep. I'm kind of like phasing in and out. I kind of go corporeal when I sleep. So when I enter the dream state, I kind of go very corporeal and have like little tendrils of smoke and everything that kind of reach out and go into other people's dreams. And
Yeah, because you half
Do you mean
live in the
incorporeal?
dream world, right? Or
I don't want to say harvest people, because that's a negative connotation, and I really don't think it's appropriate right now. But I'm just embracing everybody's sleeping patterns. That's yes.
So,
Cool.
so Nathan, does that mean that you phase through the ship?
No, I phase in and out in terms of like I'm still physical. But if you were to let's just say if you put your hand on my shoulder, it would go a lot further in and then kind of come back out. Like it wouldn't. It's not quite right, and I'm kind of see through.
his
You know when
bottom
you
is
know when
still
when you've had one of
corporeal.
those bad mushrooms and you look at a wall and it just like looks as though the wall's kind of there but not there. That's what I've kind of like
All right.
So,
you-
sure, all the time.
like those like the the like fermented mushrooms you make.
Yeah, that roll up that I have,
Yeah, just like that.
that fruit roll up.
The morning breaks and you enter. You enter the ship, and everybody is straining at the bow to try and see catch the first glimpse of this thing, and it doesn't stop. As the lightning's edge approaches the walking city, everyone stands in shock. The city strides out of the early morning mist, and the fact that the low-lying clouds break at its waist only seems to exaggerate the creature's size. As reported, houses and buildings can be seen covering its body, with a large tower on its right shoulder and various other buildings jutting out from its back, legs, and chest. The crew is ashen, many of them making religious symbolic symbols on their bodies and muttering curses under their breath about how are they supposed to even destroy or even fight this thing.
Use what you have.
The general starts to bark orders to man the guns for a volley before they board the creature. See what we can do to soften them up, crew? There's a couple of half-hearted hurrahs.
Hurrah!
As people start to man the various weapons along the side of the building. There's a couple of platforms that sort of sit out at just next to the bow that can hold a person standing, and two mages walk up and stand in those two spots.
Cool.
Does it look like it's going to fire back?
It doesn't make any kind of motion that it sees you or that it intends to fire at you or anything like that. As you start to get closer, Murray, as you're sort of scanning it up and down, roll me a perception check.
Perhaps we need to board this thing and find a weakness inside it.
15.
A secret hidden inside a building.
Oh no, 18.
18.
Inside a box.
Imagine the kind of fungus that grows inside this thing.
Very, very nice.
Kimchi,
notice-
anyone?
You notice, Murray, that it appears to be leaking something, and a black kind of viscous fluid is falling out of the body of the beast, and where it touches the earth, it scours and burns it, and it becomes blackened. And in fact, as you look
Expeditious
behind
retreat.
it,
I've seen that.
excuse me, just a second. As you look behind it, you notice that the path all the way back into the distance is blackened and charred.
I summon Protek and point this out. Look and observe.
So we're just watching
there's
this
a few-
giant leaking.
Yes. What would you like to do? Where would you like to position yourselves?
I say we position ourselves so we can leap onto this thing as it passes us. Sail the vessel close to it, for it seems to pay us no heed.
You're the navigator.
Yes, I want to get on
I
board.
point. In fact, I can direct it this way.
This is your one role, like your hero moment, Ben.
Of all the dice stormers, who'd be the navigator is me, which is ironic.
Do you have a skill in navigation?
I
Is there some
do. I
kind of-
do.
What, in game or?
I do in game. Not in real life. In any way,
Hey,
shape, or
Derek,
form.
is there any bags of holding or a bag of holding I can grab before we leave off the ship? Just a single bag of holding.
I assume there would be more.
In anticipation of getting fungi, I just want to gather stuff.
Not
you,
some,
you
not
go
some
into the
metagame
hold.
weapon, just fungi.
He just wants to be the fun guy.
I just want to be able to gather things in it and not have them break.
Isn't there a robe that a magical robe that is a robe of many pockets or something like that?
Yeah, is there something like that I can grab?
You break into one of the cabins and you find one of those.
Okay, cool. I'm going to just chuck glass jars into it before I jump off, because I want to have as many jars for specimens as I can, and then I'll join Ben right on the edge, ready to jump off.
So I have acrobatics, right? And then there's a skill, windright. So when you make a dexterity acrobatics check or an ability check involving navigator's tools, you can roll a d4 and add the number to your ability check. So I'm actually I'm literally a navigator.
Yeah, right. Perfect.
So
We
would
can
you
do a
like it?
flyby.
Yeah. So what I plan to do is to fly the ship by, maybe sort of tilt up the left-hand side, like make a sharp turn, and then we can kind of springboard off it and all land on this thing and then hotwire it.
Yep. Sounds good.
Can I give a check to like kind of describe or actuate this navigational maneuver?
Tell me what you say to the captain, the Alexander.
We are going to mount this creature, soften it up as we approach, but once we are on board, do not fire any more artillery at it. Sail the vessel close, and I sort of give some sort of technical description of the angles and like 1040, 7 degrees, Mach 3, and then turn away when we're within distance. And there's presumably a helmsman or something who
Yes, he's the
he
helmsman.
shouts-
communicated with.
He shouts down the comms, "Frighten the hamsters!"
Yeah.
At the next at the next
speed.
cloud, turn left.
Get out the cats.
Ben, I love this idea, but I actually have a spell that might help us a little bit.
Excellent.
In that I can cast Feather Fall on the entire party
Excellent.
when we jump.
That's good too. I
So
like
we
it.
could just drop from above, straight
Okay.
on top, rather than having to...
Stop! Reverse!
We don't have
Pull
to
up!
get so close.
Gain altitude! Fly above!
I have
We will-
a better idea.
He's taking your advice, and they're flying in and they're tilting the ship and they're going around. You cast Featherfall on everybody.
When we jump, I can only cast it on creatures that are falling.
Oh, wow.
That's exciting.
But as a reaction.
Yeah.
Trust,
So
trust your
Okay.
friend.
as soon as we're in the air, I can cast it.
Everybody hold hands!
That is a very big trust spell, isn't it? It's like,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
worry, guys.
It's
As soon as we're
great.
falling, I'll cast Featherfall. It's like, yeah, you will.
Yeah. Is there a
I want to
spell
roll
that fails?
range
insight
on
on
that.
him.
All right.
Oh, we fall as fast as a feather, which has a really low... okay, yes. Terminal
It's the air velocity
Probably-
speed of a.
Yeah, that's right. Cool.
So the first thing they do is they start to fire the cannons, and is there cannon sounds, Ben? How can I
Set off thunder.
thunder?
There are cannons.
Yeah,
in
thunder
the
cannons.
High seas battle, but that's alright. If you search for cannons in the element library, you'll be able to turn some on.
Oh, in the element library.
Trust Featherfalls.
Element at the top right-hand
Mick-
corner.
Cool.
McPip, you can
Search
jump
elements.
first, and then we'll
Cannons.
trust.
How long does a feather falling take to cast? 3 seconds. 2.5 seconds and screw splat in the deck. Yes! Huzzah!
Trust.
I'm
Trust was
going to
amazing.
not fall! Falling happens remarkably quickly, was the first line of an article that I read in the Dragon magazine once, and it's very true. Someone had asked, how long does it take to, like, jump off the top of a hole and land at the bottom that's 30 feet below? It's like, no time at all.
Yeah,
It's like a second and a half.
yeah, it's very
insane.
very quick.
Land below
All
is a
right.
very strong word. Splat below,
That's right.
much more accurate.
So the ship starts shooting cannons, and the cannons are making it towards the. Some of them are falling a bit short, but a few of them sort of lodge into the chest and the shoulder of this creature.
Nice.
And it doesn't appear to be doing a lot of damage, and it certainly doesn't seem to deter the creature or make it notice you or anything like that. The general sort of notices this and then says a few words to the pilot, and then the crackling ring of energy that sits around the edge raises to a new and deafening level as the general issues a new command: "Boarding parties ready!" Crewmen jump to attention, readying grappling hooks into hydraulic-powered guns. Others don thick leather gloves and secure their belongings about them. The massive head of the construct draws near. Are you getting ready to jump off?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. You're sitting there over the side, and you watch on in growing horror as the creature's head draws closer. As it gets within range, the first volley of grappling hooks fly out, and a few of them strike true to the side of the creature's head. A ragged cheer goes up from the crew and is suddenly cut short as the ring of electricity that powers the edge snaps, crackles, and then disappears almost immediately. It pops out of existence. Right from then, there's a huge rumbling deep from within the vessel as the lightning elemental that has been powering the ship is freed, and lightning explodes out of the bottom and the top of the ship.
It's time to leave.
And you are both sort of everybody is rocked to the ground, and you are shaken, and you notice that the edge is lilting and driving itself towards the earth.
So what happened to the plan to fly above and to jump down with Featherfall? Are we not doing that, or did they not obey my navigational commands, or?
The thing was moving in that direction, and you were getting ready to jump over, but at that point, the lightning elemental that was stuck inside the ship was suddenly freed by whatever means, and the ship is now in free fall. It starts to plummet. It starts to plummet towards the ground.
Are we still above? Are we above the thing, or we didn't get there yet, or?
You're not above it. You got within kind of a range. It feels like there's an invisible circle around the head of the thing, and as soon as you got too close, all of the magic that was holding the ship together suddenly dissipated.
Are we close enough to jump?
The ship is now falling towards the side of the ship of the creature, and it's going past its shoulder, and you can see.
Sorry, I actually need is it within 30 feet?
No, it wouldn't be that close.
Okay.
Is there a grappling hook that's still attached?
Yeah, because yeah.
Yeah, let me.
We run up the grappling hook.
No, there's nothing that's kind of. It's pretty chaotic on the ship. Obviously, it's been torn almost asunder by this, and you see the captain kind of pulling back, and you notice the sails that are kind of normally sitting light just start to flip down in order to gain as much ballast as it can, as much airflow underneath it, but it's going down, and it comes out of the sky and crashes in front of this creature as it's walking towards you.
And
Before we hit the ground, can we jump clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can jump clear just before you hit the ground.
Yeah, I think we should jump.
Yeah, we jump clear. We're all holding
Everyone
hands.
jump!
Can we jump into the calf muscle or the knee?
That's you've kind of drifted ahead of the creature, so you sort of passed it by its shoulder or its arm.
But we would have jumped then.
Well, it was a bit too
Far away.
Too far away.
far away.
All right.
So make
Nathan asked before, was it within 30 feet?
jump
And
clear.
it wasn't.
so
So yeah, we'll jump clear of the crash at least.
make me a dex check to jump all at the same time.
Oh.
Oh, who's the worst at Dex?
Well, I rolled badly.
I got a 17.
I rolled a natural 20 for a total of 25.
I
Wow.
go with the dwarf.
I got a 17.
What'd
John?
you get, John?
Nobody's seen such a
I got a
dexterous
6.
dwarf.
A
6.
6.
So we're holding
Yeah, I
hands.
rolled
We're
a
holding,
4.
We are holding
hands.
hands.
Yep.
Because that was the original plan.
Yes.
I got 17 plus whatever my Dex is.
All right, cool.
0.
Proteoc kind of trips as he's going over the side and bangs his head. You take 4 points of damage as you head over the side, and then you're falling. The feather fall kicks into effect, and you float to the ground as you see the ship, the Lightning's Edge, and all who sailed upon her perish in a fireball as it hits the ground.
Could we? How many people can you featherfall? Could you
Jeez.
featherfall the captain that we helped?
I can, at this level, I can only choose 5 falling creatures,
That's going to
Oh,
be
which is
Wow,
the 5 of
that's-
us.
Yeah.
Don't
Very
ships,
lucky.
does ships not have parachutes or plans for when they suddenly catastrophically lose power or
Well,
anything?
apparently not. Or if they did,
None of
they
them were
don't-
wearing
There are
feather
no
tokens,
lifeboats
which
on
are
this
common.
ship.
Oh yeah, feather tokens?
Maybe some of them survived by sort of jumping
maybe
over. with their
maybe
feathers.
the explosion of flame really ruined that featherfall token.
Yeah.
Feather
What
token.
were we?
Look at
Really
me! I'm
close to the
floating
explosion.
Oh, I'm burning.
So you land on the ground very gently, and you can see this thing walking towards you. One of its enormous feet is coming very, very close to you. It's a little bit of a Luke Skywalker kind of hoff.
Didn't we pass it more than 30 feet away from the left?
We went to the front of it.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
went to the
you've-
front of
you've
it. We
crashed
went
in
behind
front
it
of
and to the front.
Okay, cool.
And now a giant foot is starting to descend on your area.
It is as Tholos. There is a hole in its heel, I say.
Excellent. I'm going
I'm-
to climb inside its heel.
I'm not going to take the egg up on this one.
I run to where the black viscous fluid was leaking from.
Yes. All right. The enormous foot, which is the size of a house, kind of lands in front of you, and you sort of have to scramble out of its way as this, this black stuff kind of oozes out of it. How are you going to try and climb up it?
I'm probably gonna try and use, super duper step of the wind.
Super duper step in the wind. I love it.
Well, it's just called step of the wind. I added super duper before.
No, it really
Did
added
you?
to the spell.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Yep. So, I can dash or double my jump distance for the turn. It's a bonus action, so
Perfect.
I can
Done.
sort of race ahead and then try and attach myself. My right arm becomes a blade, so it's attached to me, so I can basically shove that into the side and then leave a trailing arm out to gather my friends and gather them on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Fantastic. All right, you manage to leap onto the side of this thing, jam your arm into it, and hold out an arm to everybody else. This thing is essentially stationary. You can see the other enormous foot taking its next step as it passes behind this one, and you realize that you probably have about 30 seconds to get your compatriots onto the vessel.
be a bridge for your friends.
Oh,
Extend my left
that
arm out.
I'll need maybe a strength check from both parties.
the little robot that could.
I think from where you are, this probably isn't too difficult. We'll say a DC of 10.
Can I use acrobatics?
Sure.
I don't
You want me to strength check to catch them as well, or them to catch me?
it's kind of like
I'm,
an
I'm
opposed-
basically like a stone bridge that they have to get onto
Climb up.
because I'm attached. Yeah.
All right, Ben, you're going first.
Yes.
All right, roll me an athletics or an acrobatics.
Okay. Yay! 17.
17. You managed to scramble aboard.
Excellent.
Who's going next?
I will.
How are you gonna attempt it?
How am I going to attempt it?
Yeah.
I'm going to turn corporeal and kind of like try and like throw forward as if like I'm like flying through the air as a ghost form-ish type thing. And I will do I could do acrobatics, I could do insight, I don't know, whatever you would like.
You could do just a straight strength check or a dex check if that.
Yeah, I could do
that's
that.
good.
I can do a strength for sure. Very impressive. 14.
That is enough to get you on. And who's next?
So I'm
I think I'll
wearing
be last.
some special armor as a, it's like this dwarven spiked armor
You just slammed
that
yourself
has
into it.
all of these sort of strange bits all over it, sort of a weird shape, not particularly form-fitting, but kind of crazy looking.
But nobody's ever told you that.
And as I run in, it kind of propels me forward, and I kind of grab on
Outstanding.
with my whole body and kind of hug the foot.
Yeah, give me
Nice.
a whatever check you feel is appropriate.
Spiky armor check.
So the spiked armor lets me use my intelligence modifier for a strength check,
Oh, perfect.
effectively.
Boom.
So, which was helpful. 11.
11 is just enough.
Boom.
And
If I
your,
just rolled normal strength, it would have been 7.
and your spider? Your spider can just kind of climb up the side of it, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, do you want me to make a roll for Ixoid?
No, I think Ixoid can just
Just come with me.
come with you. All right. John.
Ixoid just does it.
I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat and see if that can boost my movement speed. So what I'm gonna do is I've got a series of brewed mushroom beer that I've been saving. That's actually it's quite potent at this stage because it's been fermenting for a little bit too long, and it gives me it's quite frothy at this moment.
Yeah.
And so it gives me a lot of expeditious retreat, if you know what I mean.
It's,
We do.
It's Mountain Dewing all over the place.
I'm gonna pop the cap on that one and. It just goes straight down. Like I can shoot down anything, and yeah.
And then you crush the can and throw it over your shoulder, and
Well, it is a mushroom. It's made out of a mushroom kind of material. So yeah, I can crush it. It's I'll send you the pattern sometime.
okay.
Yeah,
And it's biodegradable as well. So when it hits the ground,
it's
we're not really
biodegradable. It's good for the environment. And then and that gives me this rush of this good bacteria into my body, which allows me to move faster.
Fantastic. Make a strength check with advantage.
Oh, nice.
That's what you get. Gives you wings.
Can I do that with this? I just rolled twice.
Yeah, how do we roll? Yeah.
You can right-click on anything in D&D Beyond and click advantage or disadvantage.
Ah, that's cool.
It's a lovely system.
Oh, nice. I failed on both, I would say.
No,
Oh, I have a -1 in strength, so I only rolled an 8.
a 9 and a 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I
B team.
reach out
Just saying.
and try and grab him?
You can roll me a strength
Yes.
check.
Strength. Here we go.
Still addled from your knock of of your head on the
I'm
side of
actually
the bow.
feeling a bit gaseous, to be honest.
Luckily, there's a burst out of your bowels at just the right moment, and you get
Oh.
propelled forward enough as I roll a 10. I think to just manage to grab you by your billowing robe, drag you onto the foot.
You drag him onto the foot of this thing just as it lifts off and starts to carry you through the air. You're all kind of scrabbling and holding the side of the foot in order to prevent you from being shaken off. But you're about at that halfway point where the arch of the foot would be. The thing that you're standing on is kind of like the lip of a crenellation in a castle, and the top of the foot is covered in tiles.
This is so 40k.
Is there any like hatch or doorway or?
You look around. Give me a perception check.
Not a lot. Perception is +5, 14.
14. Sort of looking back towards the 16, Ben?
16, yes.
Yeah, sort of looking back towards the heel.
I rolled a 2 for perception.
What's your perception bonus? That's
Minus
really
1.
Luz has absolutely no idea what's going on. He's just kind of staring at the sky and wondering when this nightmare is going to end. The heel you can see is kind of like a rotating, not a rotating, but a round turret sort of thing that's been attached to the bottom of the foot, and you can see a door there that's kind of vibrating as the foot moves its way through space.
There's a door there. Head inside.
When a door opens.
Lead the way.
I was waiting for Murray. I'm just like, Murray's got something. Give him a
He's got
second. Here it
something
is.
at the door.
Ready? We gotta wait for him. Go for it, Murray. Something. Make it adorable. Go.
Something marriage. Seek marriage.
Seek marriage. I did
Seek marriage.
Did not hear it. When a
What do
door
you-
opens.
When a door opens.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the whole thing.
Where's the wisdom bar?
There.
Yeah, man.
Seek
man.
wisdom.
Wow.
Seek
I've got
When
a
a
high
door
wisdom count now. Like you got to impress me now, Murray.
It's about 30 feet away from you. You can run there and get there in this turn.
Yes.
But it will coincide with the landing of the foot. So you
The other foot or this foot?
This foot. This foot has detached and is starting
Lifting,
to sail through
yep.
the air.
Run or power walk?
gosh.
Power walk, we can still get there, right?
Yes. Is your expeditious retreat still in effect?
like for
Yeah, I assume it lasts up to 10 minutes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you can get there in half the time.
Yes.
So John arrives there first. It's a door, kind of like what you would see in a castle crenellation, and it's sort of got one of those, comes up to a peak.
Awesome.
Knock and the door shall be opened.
Do I have time to tie a rope and throw it back to them,
Sure.
just in case?
Are you tying it to yourself or to the door or something else?
So is there a crenellation or is there any iron or anything I can tie it to?
Yeah, there's a little iron loop next to the door.
Yeah, I'll quickly tie a loop and throw it back just in case.
We
All
grab
right.
it as we run. Yep.
Yes, you grab it, and it's just as the foot crunches down into the ground, and you feel everything shake around you. Please give me a dex check with advantage because you've got the rope.
Everybody.
Everybody to keep your feet.
Natural 20. Lots.
17. 24, Liam.
24.
Wow.
All right, you
I'm
all,
glad I had advantage because the other roll was
17.
7.
Oh, we
I
have
rolled
advantage.
a 2 and a 19.
Wow.
what it
you all
matters
manage
for.
to, without falling down, get to the door.
Open the door!
Yenrik is holding.
Does
Is the door
Knock.
locked?
Oh, you knock on it.
You knock on it. There is no answer.
I try to open it.
Not even hollow, hopeless screaming?
Not yet. No. You
Yet.
you open the door and it swings inward. Darkness is inside.
I
Attack the darkness.
Got there first!
Ah!
We head inside.
All right, you head inside, and we will find out what is on the other side of the door.
Oh, no, don't do
Next
that.
time on Eberron, the Walking City.
I like
Thank
it.
you so much for indulging me in this. That was fantastic.
So,
Thanks,
that
Derek. That was
amazing.
great.
Oh, that was
My
cool.
imagination. You go.
No, I'm just saying that's cool. I love this Eberron. This style. Like, it's so different.
Yes, it's I mean, it's sort of high adventure and pulp fiction and all of that sort of stuff. So it's over the top, kind of interesting and fun. So yes, I love the kind of the world, and I love the characters that you've created. I think they're excellent, all of them.
And characters warm up more and more and more the more we use them as well, so they'll get even better.
Yes, but it feels like you've slotted into these very quickly. Yeah, so thank you so much.
Pleasure.
I like
Yeah.
that.
And thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We'll
All right,
see you next time.
next week, same place, same time, same channels. I don't know, something.
Yes, we'll be broadcasting, I think, on this day and this time for the foreseeable future. So if you'd like to see us again live, come see us here.
All right, cool. So we'll go now. Catch you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.